All right, I can understand trying to save a little on the electric bill, but they don't have the air on them here. And I haven't really done much of anything. I did 7 minutes on the bike, kind of as my kind of a part of like my warm up, but also a little bit of that's gonna be bunched into my cardio. So I did 7 minutes, and I'll do 23 to make it an even 30 minutes after all the weight training. But um, like I said, I haven't really done much of anything, and I am sweating pretty bad, and I don't like that. Like me personally, I do not like that. Like I've made this point before, and you can agree or disagree. I don't care. But the way I feel about it is like how much you sweat. Let me say it like this: how much you sweat can determine. Again, let me emphasize can determine how good or bad your workout was, but it is not the deciding factor. So, like I always use the analogy: if you go sit in a sauna for 30 minutes, you're gonna be sweating a lot. Does that mean you had a good workout? No. It just means that it was really hot and it made you sweat. Same thing here. Like, I mean, yeah, increasing the temperature and sweating a little more you can burn a little more. Like, but how much additional calories you're gonna burn is so inconsequential. Like, you might as well just work out at a pretty comfortable temperature if you can, unless you're specifically training for like you do a sport outside or something and you're trying to train in that environment. Then I understand. But if you're just trying to get in shape or build muscle, especially build muscle, if you start sweating so much, it can actually negatively affect your workout. You can burn out really quick. You can your power can be reduced because you're sweating so much and you're kind of pretty much overheating. Same thing with like your car. It's going to lose power. It's going to shut down. So me personally, I don't like it. I don't like when it's hot like this. They have 4 windows in this gym, but this gym is so big and the ceilings, like they got tall ceilings. It's just by looking at it, using my carpenter eye, I'd say they're at least 12 foot. And then toward the center, it's more like 14 or 16. So there's just no airflow. It's stuffy. It's hot. It's not my ideal, environment to work out in. It's just not. And then I kind of laid out the reasons why. I don't know. I'm not training for a specific outdoor sport or anything, so I don't need it. I can train in a good temperature gym and sweat just from the fact that I'm training hard, not from the fact that I'm training hard and it's really hot. Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. It's just I feel like it's not necessary, basically. But anyways, I digress. 345, the stamina I can get. I'll be honest with you guys. The best way to say it is I'm kind of starting to just get bored and tired with decline bench. So I said last week, probably another 2, 3, 4 weeks at the most. 4 weeks at the most. Don't be surprised if next Monday I'm back to flat bench. I'll sit on it. I'll have 7 days after today to see. I might do decline again next week, but it's just getting kind of stale and stagnant, and I think it's time for me to kind of switch things up just a little bit, nothing crazy. Um, but yeah, 345 on the bar. Shoot for a good 3 sets of 10. If I can do more, I will. Simple as that. Let's see how this first one. See how this first one goes. All right, I'll be lying if I said a part of me wasn't kind of hoping for 11 there. Didn't happen, obviously, but 10. Maybe today's the day I can get 3 consecutive sets of 10 with 345. Because last week I did, maybe the past 2 weeks. Well, anyways, last week I did 10, 10, 9.5. So close, but didn't quite get it. I mean, all in all, I felt pretty good. It was weird. I unracked it, and I felt a little twinge in the elbow that's been bothering me. But then when I started cranking them out, it felt fine. So let's hope it keeps going that way. So we'll do a couple more. I'm not going to do quite 5 sets. I think, again, I think the past 2 weeks I've been doing 5 sets here. 3, semi heavy like this, and then going a little lighter with the next 2. I might just do 3 straight sets with this, and then a drop set or something today. A little less volume here, focus on other things. Never say never. We'll see when I get to the third one, but that's what I'm thinking right now. All right, if you go back and watch, I mean, not that it really matters, but if you go back and watch when I unrack this and I'm bringing it down to kind of lock in and get in place before I start cranking out some reps. As I'm bringing it down, you'll see my right arm kind of dip a little, and that was literally the exact moment I felt that elbow twinge, and that's why I did that. Um, Again, not that it really matters, but it's something I need to kind of be a little more careful of when I unrack this weight this time. But anyways, let's try 10 again. All right, I'm gonna try to spin this in a positive light. That I'm getting so many gains that this is a problem. But as I was doing that, my upper chest, I don't know, my upper chest was like pressing up against my neck, and it was actually making it hard to breathe. But what's weird is I've never had that happen. Like literally on the set prior to this, that didn't happen. Or maybe I just noticed it for the first time. Maybe I was a little too far up. I don't know. But it was like my upper chest was literally smashing up against my neck, and it was kind of hard to breathe. It was, and that is never ideal when you're trying to lift some heavy weight, even lightweight. Fuck with anything, you got to be able to breathe. Shit, that's fucking weird. Well, let's see if I can make it through one more without getting choked out by my own tits. What the fuck? All right, this is a pretty specific PR that I'm about to claim, but it's a PR. I've been trying to get three consecutive straight sets of 10 with 345 pounds on this. It's probably been about a month, and I got it pretty well. I won't say comfortably, but it was, oh, what's the word? It wasn't that difficult. So that's awesome. That is. And you know what? Let's just make this a back down set rather than a drop set. I'll rest like another minute, probably just enough time to take the weights off I got to take off, and then I'll go right into it. I was kind of thinking about something literally right as soon as I was racking this. It's kind of hard on decline to set up the same as you would on, say, flat or incline. And what I mean by that is, with all these benches, you want to retract your shoulder blades back and down, pull your ribs up, your chest up and through. That way you get a really good stretch on your chest, but also protects your shoulders. Um, but on decline, it's kind of awkward. You're laying on a decline, obviously, and it can kind of, the natural inclination is to kind of round everything, But you want to do the same thing, retract back down, pull your ribs up, um, and especially when the reps start getting really tough, like on the last three or however many I did here that were starting to get pretty tough. That's even more important, to have that good form. But I might call that good for decline. Let's move on and do some flat, probably the plate loaded press if I can get over there for someone else snags it. Well, I guess I zapped up all my power on decline bench because that, oh, it felt a little heavy. It really did. It has me considering going down to just 4 plates. It's just a thought at the moment, but I might. Or, like, what I normally do, just do a couple more of this weight and then do a drop set. That sounds better. I'm going to do that. Fuck. All right, out of those three sets, the only one I'm even mildly happy with is the one I just did. I am not too pleased with the first two. So rather than do just one drop set, I think I'm going to punish myself a little bit. Is it really much of a punishment if I enjoy it? I mean, I don't know. But instead of one, I'm going to do two. So I'm going to go down to three, do as many as I can. Um, Depending on how it goes, I'll either go down to two. I might even go all the way down to one if it's a little tougher than I thought. You know, that being the 3 plate drop set. So, fuck it, let's do it. All right, that was pretty tough, but I think I can handle 2 plates. I might, I might be eating those words here in about 30 seconds, but I'm gonna try it. Ah, fuck. All right. I feel a little better about it now, just a little. Well, as I sit here, it's really starting to. I'm really starting to feel something. My chest is really starting to fill up with blood. So maybe I feel more than just a little better. Oh man, let's go do some flies of some sort. All right, I have the rare opportunity on a Monday evening to actually squeeze in some fucking cable flies. Not the peck deck, not dumbbell flies, the cable flies. Because oddly enough, like Mondays and Tuesdays normally around this time is when this gym is the busiest. And for whatever reason, today it's not nearly as bad. And like I said, I can actually squeeze in some fucking cable flies, and I am pretty ecstatic about it. So, uh, I mean, what else is there to say? Three fucking sets, drop set, and then I'll probably stay here, honestly, and then just lower it. Because right now I'm kind of doing a high to low, hit the lower chest a little more. Then after these three, I'll probably lower it to where it's just maybe at shoulder level, and I'll be coming pretty much straight out with it. Hit the mid chest a little bit. Same thing, three sets, drop set there, and that might be it. You know, maybe I'll do a set or two of something a little higher rep to get a really good pump in the chest before I reveal the pump. Kind of a cheat code there, but all right, let's do this first one and see how it feels. Uh, okay, that wasn't bad for where I'm at. In terms of the rep range, it actually might be a little on the heavy side at this point in the workout. What I get, 11 or 12 or something? Because by the third set, it's going to be pushing it. I might be struggling at 8 or 9 by two more sets of this, but that's where the drop set comes in, and it'll kind of make up for any kind of lapse in me getting the reps that I want to get. Because I've said this before. Ideally, at this portion of the workout, it's just all accessory. I've done the kind of heavy stuff already. If I could start around 15, it doesn't have to be 15, but 14, 15, 16 reps on the first one. Usually by the third set here, I'll be between 10 and 12, probably 12 more likely, 12 or 13. And that's ideal to me. So the fact that I only did 11 or 12 on the first one, that kind of tells me it's a little on the heavy side. But you know what? I'm just gonna ride it out. We'll do two more, and then like I said, the drop set will kind of cover some lost ground there, and I'm okay with that. Okay. Holy shit. That's pretty good. Okay, let me. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Let me lower these just a little. We'll do 3 quick sets of, hit the mid chest a little more. And then I'll kind of see where I'm at, what I'm feeling, if I even want to do anything else. Because I might not. That'll be. Fuck, how many sets will that be? Uh, 13 or 14. That'll probably be good. I might change my mind though, so. Up, up. It's easy. Fucking easy, right? Shit. Okay, let's do some posing. All right, a couple additional sets of just body weight push-ups with a slight decline, or I guess it'd be a slight deficit, but it'd be kind of replicating a decline bench, hitting the lower chest a little more. Like I said, just body weight, pretty slow and steady. Didn't record it because I feel like I don't know, I mean, it's just pretty simple stuff. And by the time I do that, I'm so burnt out. It's nothing special. You guys don't want to see it, trust me. All right, let's quit wasting time. Just check it out. Fuck, this shirt was a fucking bitch to get off. That's the thing about getting bigger, kind of hitting your goals. Yeah, I'm putting muscle on, which is awesome. But when I'm barely, and I mean barely, 5'10", and whenever I have to buy an extra large shirt, and it's still a motherfucker to get on and off. I mean, it's a fair trade-off if you ask me. It feels, it just feels cool. It does. But whenever I'm trying to get this motherfucker off, and it's just drenched in sweat, that that in many ways is actually harder than the whole workout. I actually thought, I think I'm in the clear. I thought I ripped it, but I think I'm good. That would have fucking sucked because I literally just bought this shirt last week. Okay, that has nothing to do with the workout, but just me kind of bitching, complaining. What's new, right? Fucking good workout. What else can I say? Got a pretty awesome chest pump. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna reserve myself from commenting on the cut probably for another 2, 3. Well, I say that, but goddamn, I mean, I can't shut up sometimes, and it might just come out. But um, another 2, 3 weeks, and I'll kind of really evaluate and kind of express my thoughts about where I'm at on the cut. Um, but yeah, that's it. Another 30 minutes of cardio, and then I'm out of here.